So, a house which we can afford. It's gonna be painful, but we gotta do it. So we've unlocked that level. And then we're also gonna finally get the Gripendix, which I think we should also be able to afford. After 30 years of sweat and tears, you finally made it. You're a homeowner now. No more landlords, no more rent. You're a master of your own destiny. Enjoy this moment. Relax, you deserve it. I get the feeling that's not quite what's gonna happen. But yeah, in terms of disentangling the meaning of the game, this is an extraordinarily important level. There's the Triagons. We got a stream going back here. The water has turned red, obviously. Oh look, normally small cracks penetrate the surface, but we got a flesh car, a sedan, and not what I would have picked. I prefer a coupe. Seems we haven't really furnished the place too much. But that makes sense if we just bought it. You know, you're still nervous after all that. The tone of the level is nice and relaxing. There's an exit here, but really you're kind of expecting there to be some sort of antagonist here hiding somewhere for you. Bookcase, like from Idiot Party. It's just empty. Looks like we got some decorating to do, although TBH, I'm kind of a minimalist myself. Whoa. Scorbino. Oh yes, finally. I did not divulge my theory during Archon Grid about the identity of Gorbino. But now that I see him here, I should tell you guys. So take a careful look at Gorbino. Gorbino is clearly not the grid crab. 500 hours of mind-pumping action. I think Gorbino is actually a water molecule. And I think in the game you play as a water molecule. Gorbino is sort of this anthropomorphic water molecule. Kind of like the giant microbes. You know how you have the little models of bacteria and viruses with eyes? It's that, but it's a molecule with eyes. Got two little eyes here, and then this is obviously the oxygen atom, and then his little legs or little punching arms here are the hydrogens, and you can see the scale roughly correlates. You know, that's roughly the size of a hydrogen atom against the size of an oxygen atom. Do we need armor-piercing rounds? I don't know. Fuck. Golem exosystem received. I bestow upon you power. Okay, so let's pay attention here. The first of the Triagons gifts power. Power is the lowest, interestingly. I bestow upon you metabolism. Raymond Shock Troop. Damn, what was that? So power, metabolism. Okay, that's interesting. Last one. Good thing this gun is pretty accurate. 1 million. I bestow upon you financial freedom. Oh, okay, so we have power is the lowest, then metabolism, then financial freedom. So let's pay attention to those three things. There goes his head. Fortunately for me, I'm not a completionist, but it may cause some distress for you guys. IDK. Alright, so we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna do a straight shot into the village. Okay, here we go. Oop, the guard. Lucky this gun is so accurate. Metabolism. We need to talk about metabolism. We definitely need to talk about metabolism. Wow, I'm surprised he managed to get us from here. That looks like a guard too. And him. Oh, I can't believe I didn't see. Ow. Ow. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Fuck. Some health pickups would do us well right about now. Fuck! See, this is what I meant. It's a hard level. Come on, get a loft there. Rubber sniper. Shit, this was a bad idea. Yeah, that'll kill us. Ow. That'll kill us quick. And we shouldn't have to deal with too many problems because of the ammunition gland. Oh, this is nice. You can see much better. You won't last 5 seconds around here. I get intense gratification from bullying losers online. The strong decide the nature of sin. Okie dokie. That is false. Move on. It's probably time to raid the building soon. Who's shooting? Who's still shooting? There you are. Fuck. Fuck, this guy's dangerous. Damn it all to hell. Oh, we can't reload normally. Fuck. I'd forgotten about... Someone said it would be cool in a movie if some guy with an assault rifle fights a guy with a sniper, and the battle is the guy with the sniper has to get out of range of the guy with the assault rifle to then kill him. I follow the teachings of Fuck Bro 99. You gotta be pretty stupid to fall for those internet influencers. Wow, you two. Gotta find a way to get down onto the rooftops. Hey, oh, it's the rubber sniper. No, you can't. Fuck off. Ow. Did we get him? Fuck. Okay, we're gonna try something perhaps a little stupid. Can we even fit in our car? Oh, we can. Oh, we can kill people. Oh, we can keep playing. We can keep playing if we die in the car. That's cool. I do like the golem suit. It's kind of funny that we can finally get to be a golem. I like the fact that we're blue also. Reminds me of those triagons there a little bit, but it's a cool aesthetic, you know. Okay, not a good idea. Uh-huh. What if we just kill everyone? I remember him. Getting real sick of these guys. Too much health. Very annoying. Oh, I forget. We got the ammo gland. That's what we went for. Okay, we got to our first trigon. This is an important moment. Is this anything? Whoa! Hey! Hold that thought. Fuck. 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 Pay attention now here. The third trigon was born of death. It saw that the world was radiating excess energy. It wanted to put great things in motion, but greatness wasn't possible without value, the first transaction. It took its blade and cut a large hole into the boundary, creating a sudden flash of high-volume transactional power. And just for a moment, things seeped value into themselves, assuming souls. The second transaction. The hole was quickly mended, and the overpowering transmission of value was cut short. But in that moment, the seed of primordial financial might was planted, and the world took on its transactional form. Conflict and discord emerged, and the third trigon was ecstatic, the third transaction. Okay, so if you'll recall, the third trigon was financial freedom, and this guy is talking about value. He's talking about transactions. Something can't be valuable if there's no lack of value from which to compare it. Could this be death itself? I don't know. We went in reverse order. In order to accomplish anything, you need to have some differentiation between what is good and what is bad, what is worthwhile and what is worthless. I wonder why did it need to be cut short? I guess if things just kept accumulating value, you'd be in a similar situation. You go to infinity, right? Where the limit would go to infinity. You wouldn't have any value whatsoever to anything. If everything was constantly giving value. If you cut off the value, it's fixed. Interesting that it says that souls come from value. That's an interesting way to put it. So then finances and financial transactions are perhaps a weaker version of that. small spark of divinity, but perhaps corrupted. That's interesting. So the idea you wouldn't have conflict and discord if you could somehow create a universe without value, or maybe he's just talking about money, currency. Things have to have value. This guy's unguarded. I assume this is the second Trigon. No, this is the first. The first of the Trigons was born of malice. It grasped the flow of the solar terror with both hands and perched on top of this doomed world. The germ is born. It looked up into the sun, beyond the veil of power. It extended its bulging vascular arms through the boundary and took its share. The disease spreads. It assumed total control of the biological shape of things. It became the primal engine of technological progress. And so everything started to twist and turn, pulsate and pump. The infection is final. This sounds like life itself, biology. Everything started to twist and turn, pulsate and pump, the infection. It's interesting to refer to life itself, organic material that self-replicates as an infection. It doesn't feel like an infection to me, but it fits the aesthetic of the game. That might be why everything in the game has a sort of a fleshy, organic aesthetic to it. Maybe I'm trying to make it too broad. Maybe it's relating specifically to the aesthetics of this game, at least for this particular part, where the world is corrupted because disease, this organic prevalence, which they interpret as disease, has leaked into things where they shouldn't be, into mechanics and things like that. And so it's just everywhere. Everything is alive, everything is pulsating, everything is pumping, everything is sick. Man, these villagers are fucking weird. I don't necessarily feel terrible for doing this. Oh shit. What did he shoot us with? Oh, we haven't seen that gun since Alpine Hospitality, I believe. Damn, I forgot we can't fucking reload. Hey, get back here. I need you. I need to get my 1 health point. Come on, man. Fuck. But we are taking a lot of L's, but I suppose that is proper now that we are reaching the final parts of the game. I have no intention of actually fighting my way through these guys this time. Pig. I'm not a cop. Well, I guess I work for Cruelty Squad headquarters, so I am kind of like that. Oh shit, this was a stupid idea. I've developed a new strategy. I'm able to heal if I cook the bodies. Ammunition seems to start to become an issue if we insist on fighting everybody, which I do. So let's see what we got here. We got one guy here. Value. I didn't say this before, but I like these steps. I like this design. It's kind of like the Holy Mountain. Damn. But I kind of want to find a compromise between time, like not spending forever, and also intrigue. I don't want to just like shoot the guy through a window and then hop out in 5 seconds. That style of gameplay, speedrunning, that never appealed to me. I think speedrunners go to the 8th circle of hell. Aim carefully. Fuck. We're done for. That was lucky. Aim carefully, and you will get them. Good. Wait for them to show the muzzle flash. I most assuredly intend to make good on my promise to kill every single thing. I'm gonna fight our way through. It should be safer to walk around the city center now, discounting that building there. It's a real hornet's nest. But I have the right mindset. I am ready to fight. I know at this point that there's still very many remaining in there, so... Kill everything that moves. Coming for you, Trigon. Alright, the second Trigon. Let's listen carefully to what he has to say, because this is probably the only time we're going to get to hear it. Second Trigon, if you'll recall, was metabolism. So I predict it'll have to do with that. Let's see. When the second Trigon descended from the newly emerging mass of life, life, I knew it, the first one, the world was mired in confusion and chaos. The overwhelming clutter of biology got on its nerves. It demanded calm. The feeding begins, metabolism. It saw visions of guts, of decay and metabolism. The opportunity had come to extend a cavern of intestines deep into the ground, to start processing the glut of excess organic mass, to introduce limits to writhing and shitting, chlorhydric acid. Existence became a scarce product, and the nerve bags came to detest the limits. Suffering was born. The second Trigon was content with its power. It was happy. Metabolic domination. Okay, so now I'm confused because this sounds a lot like the third Trigon. Perhaps metabolism and financial transactions are very closely linked. I failed to see a major difference between these two. So, you introduce suffering into the world, just like the third Trigon introduced chaos and vying. You have limits of what you can accomplish. I have limits to my red blood cells, right? There's only so much I can run before I feel tired. Maybe you guys will have better theories, and only intelligent theories, please. But I failed to see how this is different than the third one. I see metabolism, in terms of these broad phrases, in terms of describing the universe, I see metabolism as very similar to transactional value. Actually, I probably would not create a universe free of metabolism, all things considered, because it's like the transaction. It's like the third Trigon says, you can't have greatness without value. So there are winners and losers to that. I think it's stupid to think you can have it some other way. Kind of like utilitarians, cockroach ideology, if you think about it. Eat raw eggs, sperm, datura, and you can achieve what I have, full natty, if you have what it takes. So that's a fit reference. I think a lot of diets are from people expecting a miracle of some sort, or more middle-aged people, with their health concerns, getting ready to die, and they're getting freaked out about that because they've neglected their bodies their whole life. No exercise, just eating like shit, and then they're having these health complications, and they're like, oh, let me see how I can unfuck it. Well, you really can't. I used to be a graphic designer. I'm reformed now. Okay. You have a weak frame. I have very small wrists. See, I failed the wristlet test, also from Fit. But I have very large hands. So I don't know what that means. I feel like I can punch pretty hard. But I don't know. I don't twist my wrists or anything when I'm punching. My cousin, he would have to wrap his hands because ow, boo-hoo. To kill is to live. I live a warrior lifestyle. Hello? My traditional biotech remedies won't work on a disgusting ogoid like you. There's no saving you. I think you should be purified. I have received the blessings of the Trigon. Bad news for you, little buddy. Trigon's dead. And I'm ready to remake the whole of existence. And now we ride out in peace and harmony. I don't need to be worried about anything because I slaughtered literally everyone that was in my way. Oh, aren't you smart? They're going unusually fast. Slow down. That's an unusual speed. Is it a glitch or is it just a rare spawn? I don't know. I wonder how much money we get from this mission. 12,000, not bad. Okay, so next mission is the second ending. We're going to go to Cruelty Squad headquarters. First time in this entire playthrough that we've gone to Cruelty Squad headquarters, actually. So that should be fun. I don't anticipate it taking quite as long as... Actually, no, it might take as long as this level took us, because there's some important hidden secrets to discover. There is a hidden weapon hidden in there that we really need to find. And it's just kind of complicated. I'm going to die. There's some contingencies we have to watch out for, the full extent of which I do not remember. So, see you guys next time for that, and then it'll be a straight shot to the ending, pretty much.